From the Friedhof, a large square in the old city centre, two churches situated directly next to each other can be seen. On the right, the robust St. Servatius Church, and on the left, the slender and much younger St. John's Church. They are separated from each other by a narrow alley, which is called Het Vagevuur, the Purgatory. This name reminds us of the time when the Roman Catholics gave up their St. John's Church to the Protestants. If we take a good look at the St. Servatius Church while standing on the Friedhof close to Het Vagevuur, we can recognize different architectural styles. It took centuries for the church to become what it is now, and it has been extended and adjusted several times according to the taste of the time. The core consists of a large three-nave basilica built on St. Servatius's grave. During the latest renovation, in the 1980s and 1990s, excavations took place in the church, which exposed the foundations of earlier churches. The oldest remains date from the 6th century. The present church is largely built in Romanesque style, in sandstone and marl, materials that were largely available in these regions. Construction started around the year 1000. The large parts of the nave, the side aisles and the choir date from the first building phase. At that time, St. Servatius Church was a true pilgrim's church with galleries around the choir that gave access to St. Servatius's grave. During the second building phase, hardly 50 years later, the transept was constructed, creating the church's present cross-shaped floor plan. The galleries were replaced by a number of chapels. Two high portals formed the entrance to the Friedhof side. The third building phase started around 1160 and was particularly meant to give the building a more monumental appearance. The church attracted pilgrims from all over Europe, and it was held in high regard by the German emperors. First, the sanctuary on the Friedhof side was replaced with a semicircular apse and adjoining towers. The apse has a so-called dwarf gallery right below the edge of the roof. Before the end of the 12th century, the impressive westwork was also completed, and it was crowned with two robust towers. The westwork serves as a second sanctuary. There is a gallery on the first floor, which consists of arches on round pillars with sculptured capitals. A stairway leads to the upper floor, which is one large space, the Kaisersaal, Imperial Hall. Since the completion of the St. Servatius Church, several alterations have been made to it. At the beginning of the 13th century, the Bergportaal, mountain portal, was built onto the southwest side. The richly decorated entrance is situated at the end of Het Vagevuur and is probably the first Gothic building in the Netherlands. In the 15th century, the side aisles were extended with 14 Gothic chapels. An 11th century wooden cloister enclosed the courtyard, which was replaced with a Gothic stone cloister. The church building was fitted with larger windows, and the original wooden ceiling was replaced with an arched stone roof. To carry the pressure of the arched roof, flying buttresses were added onto the outside. In the 18th century, the church was decorated in Baroque style and covered with a coat of white plaster. The outside was given a new look as well. The two towers of the west structure were joined together along the entire height and topped with three Baroque spires, which can only be seen in pictures now. Between 1870 and 1890, the Servatius Church was thoroughly renovated under the supervision of Roermond architect Pierre Cuypers. Cuypers envisioned a medieval, idealized image and recreated the church on the inside as well as the outside in neo-Gothic style. His interventions provoked quite a few discussions. Cuypers built, among other things, the Rijksmuseum, the National Museum of the Netherlands, and the Central Station of Amsterdam. The Limburgian was considered the most important Dutch architect of his time. Still, between 1981 and 1993, many of Cuypers' alterations were removed during the latest renovation of the St. Servais. The entrances on the Friedhof side were also restored to their original state and fitted with new bronze doors. Owing to the restoration of the 15th century painting, the church's interior is looking bright and fresh again, ready to stand the test of time.